Okay guys, this is gonna be a tutorial, a programming tutorial for the Eddie application. Now I'm just gonna follow most of the steps given in the book to create the Eddie application so that it helps you do your assignments, which is gonna be some other applications given in the book. Okay, so we have the start page here. What we want to do in every case is go and create a new project. I can go do that from file, but it's easier to do that from here. So new project is going to be a Windows form application. Basically, that's what we're going to use for most or I think all of our assignments or projects. And the book tells us to rename it to Eddie project. Now you have the choice of naming your project, and the book also tells us that this should be our path. So basically you should get this folder containing different files and stuff for each chapter. So your path should look something like this. The drive letter might be different. This VB Reloaded 2012 folder might be in some other folder based on however you've placed it, but it should look similar. The path should look similar. So now that we have that out of the way, let's go and start our project. So here's our project window. So now it's basically a blank project with property window, solution explorer, and these control toolboxes. So now what we want to do first is add some buttons here. So we'll need 3 buttons. So let's go ahead and put 3 buttons here, and one of them is going to be called the go button, and it's gonna say go, obviously. There's gonna be a stop button. It's gonna say stop, and its name is gonna be changed to stop button. And there's gonna be an exit button. Let's rename it to exit button, and let's rename its text to exit. Okay, so let me just get this out of the way here. And now what the book tells us is to basically kind of resize the form, and before resizing it, asks us to change some more names, to change this file name from form1 to main form. Then right click properties, and then here I can change the file name to something called main form, and this text should be now Eddie, just Eddie. Okay, it also has to have a label called Eddie Rocks. So I'm sorry, that's not how it should be. I just double clicked it by mistake. It's not needed. This is, by the way, as you remember, it's a code editor window. So let's get back to our main window and change this label to Eddie Rocks with a capital E. Okay. So, and also the book tells us to change the font to Sego UI, and the size should be 11. Now it's totally up to you if you want to use that font. If you don't want to use that font, that's completely fine with me. So let's go to the font property window here, and just click this thing and type S for Sego, this Sego E, make it 11. So automatically makes it a little bigger than it was, and it says to change the start position from the default So going back to the form property, finding out where the style. Okay, so the default to the center screen, and so let's also rename the form to main form. And it says to change the size to 565 and 590. So the form size is somewhere here, so it should be 565, 590. So it makes it bigger. Okay, so and I've already done the label name changing, button name changing, and all that. And it says to have the go button sized at 7535, so its size is now 135, so this should be 75. Makes it a little bit smaller. And now it asks us to make these sizes all the same. So how we do it: first we click this one and then press Ctrl and click this one and this one. So this is our reference, and these are stuff we are about to change. So it tells us to do this and go to format and make same size both. If you do this, this is just the width. If you do this, just the height, and this is both. So it's now same. And now what we can do is, once we place it here, and then again do this, and then go and do align our lefts, and I mean automatically the rights will also be aligned, and we can. So if I okay, wait. So if I press this, keep this here, and then want to make their vertical widths the same, then again we do the same thing, this as reference, then hit Control to make these as stuff which change. So go to format, vertical spacing, make equal. So the reason this came down is because this was here. So let's make everything shorter. I think we don't need to do this. I mean, you can just do it like with these snap lines. You can see that there's a good understanding of how the vertical spacing is. Now I want to make it aligned with this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So now I want to assign a code to this exit button. So I already have the code editor window open here. If it's not open here, you can right click on the form and go to view code, which will automatically redirect you to here, and you can basically select your exit button or whichever button you want, and then select the event, which is click, and then just do me.close. Remember this code we talked about in the class. So now exit button has its function. And now let's add some pictures to it, because this is a picture form. So let's start with the picture, and then I want to choose a picture, so click here and choose image, and it's asked us to import this image, Eddie Go. I opened it. See, this is a moving image where Eddie is dancing. So, and hit OK. And you see there's nothing here. That's okay, because the picture is actually hidden here. So then we can click and drag and make it something like this. If you want the exact dimensions of this picture, it's actually something like 365 and 465. So it's pretty similar to that, but I'm not changing it. You can change it if you want to, the size here for the picture. And let's rename it to Go Picture Box, because this is gonna be the picture which is gonna be appearing when you hit the go button, and it should not be there at the beginning. So what we want to do is we want to change its visible property to false, so that at the beginning it's not visible. Okay. And at the beginning, the picture is gonna, which is gonna be visible, is we're gonna, okay, hold on. So picture box is another picture which you're going to choose now, and that is the eddy stop picture. So picture where eddy is not moving, right? And now I want to make this and that picture same size. So first click this as a reference and then control, and now let's go to format again. Let's align it. Okay, make same size first, and then let's align it. Align lefts, and it's automatically gonna align the rights because it's the same size. And I can do align the tops, I guess, so that it's now the tops are aligned, so the bottoms will also be aligned. So it's basically superimposed on the Go picture. So and let's rename this to stop picture box, and its visible property should be true because this is the picture which is going to be visible at the beginning, or if you hit stop, whichever one. um, so now the only thing remaining here is the code to interact with the buttons and the pictures and stuff like that. So going back to the code editor window, we have to assign some codes or events. So for the Go picture box, if you click it, what I want to do is start the Go picture. I mean, sorry, if I sorry, not the Go picture box, the Go button actually. So if I click the Go button, then the Go picture box should be appearing the animations, stuff like that. So what I want to do is when Go picture box Go button is clicked, Go picture box should be visible. So, and that's the code to make it visible. And stop picture box, which was already visible because it's visible all the time except for when Go picture box is clicked, so make that false. And similarly for the stop button, if I hit the stop button, so the stop button, and if I click it, so what I want to do is to make the Go picture box go away and bring back the stop picture box button. So first code is bring stop picture box button back to visible. And Go picture box invisible. And that's basically the code to make everything happen. Once you have that, you can save everything, and I think we are all done. Now if you want, you can just right click anywhere on the form and lock control so that nothing moves, and you can start it basically. So this is my application. You can hit go and Eddy starts dancing, and you can hit stop and he stops dancing. I don't know why it looks like this, but that's how the way it is. So and you hit exit, you go back to your program, and if I want to see the application, I can go here. This is the folder where I save my project, Eddy project, and go there and go to bin and debug, and this exe file is our application. So if I want to click it, sorry, not this one, so this one, see, this is the application, go, stop, exit. So that's the tutorial for the Eddy application. Pretty simple. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.